A little while ago, I bought 2 avocado trees online, but since then, one of them has died due to root rot, and this one is looking like there's a bit of root rot as well. Its stem is looking much healthier than the other one, but it has just dropped some leaves. I think it's time that we rescue it.
First of all, I've done some more reading and I now better understand what root rot is. It is true that being waterlogged causes there to be less oxygen in the soil, but that's not the crux of the problem. Root rot is typically a fungal infection, typically caused by organisms such as Pythium, Phytophthora, Rhizoctonia, or Fusarium. These organisms thrive in wet environments with low oxygen levels, which is commonly found in poorly draining soil. They then feast upon the roots of the trees, killing them. To save this plant, I'm going to need to put in well-draining soil where water will drain freely, preventing the fungi from growing. I'm also going to need to try and get rid of the fungi. This isn't going to be an easy task, and I'm not going to be able to get rid of all of the traces of fungi because that would mean getting rid of all of the roots. But I can reduce their numbers, then paired with better conditions, I should be able to control them. So, I'm going to need to remove the tree from its container and remove the soil from the tree. That soil can then go in the garbage because of the fungi. Then I'm going to prune the roots of the avocado tree to get rid of any dead ones. Once I've done that, I'll be able to put it in new, better draining soil in a clean container. Finally, I'll prune the trunk of the tree because there are less roots to support it, and I'll also stake the tree. Now I am ready to go. I'm going to need a few things. Of course, I'll need the tree, I'll need new soil, and I'm going to add perlite to assist with drainage. I'm going to need some bowls with a cloth, some rubbing alcohol, secateurs, sea salt, and a trowel. I begin by taking the tree out of the pot. I'm just using a trowel to gently dig it up. I know I'll be losing a lot of roots today, but I'm trying not to damage the remaining ones. We can see that there are a lot of dead roots, but compared with the recent dead avocado tree, there is still a lot of living roots, which will be vital going forward. Now I'm going to rinse off as much soil as I can. I'm soaking the roots in a bowl and also gently using a hose to remove as much as I can. This soil can now be thrown away. Now I need to sterilise my secateurs. I'm using a solution of water and rubbing alcohol to do this. I do this because I don't want to transfer any diseases which may be on them to the roots because they are going to be pretty vulnerable at the moment. The immune system of the plant is compromised. Now I'm going to carefully cut out as many dead roots as I can. A lot of the rotten roots fell out when I was rinsing, but there are still quite a few left, so I gently cut them out with my secateurs. While I prepare the new soil and sanitize the pot, I'm soaking the roots in a sea salt solution. Sea salt, as a seaweed solution, is going to help the health of the roots. Now I'm going to clean out as much of the soil as I can from the pot. Once I've got as much as I can, I'm going to use rubbing alcohol to sterilize it. I want to get rid of as much fungus as I can, and there'll be spores living in the pot. After letting it sit a while, I give it a rinse, and then I'm ready to mix in my new soil. This time, I don't want to take any chances that it's going to be poorly draining. The last batch did not drain very well at all, and even after a week, it was still holding on to far too much water. I'm going to use a 50-50 mix of potting mix and perlite. Once I've given that a good mix together, I'm ready to plant the tree. I make a hole and gently place it in, then collapse the soil around it. Once it's in, I water it and I'm nearly there. Because it lost so many roots, it isn't able to support as much plant as it once could have. That's partly why it dropped all of its leaves. I'm going to prune it well above the graft to give it the best chance. Then I stake it. Roots are important for physically holding the tree upright, and it lost a decent amount of them, so I'm staking it so it doesn't fall over. Then I'll put it back in a partly sunny spot. I'll monitor the moisture levels, watering only when it's dry, and hope for the best. I'll be making an update video at some point in the future. I'm hoping that it starts putting out new growth over the next month, but there is still a possibility that it will die, but we'll hope for the best. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought by liking the video or leaving a comment below. Subscribe to Scott Grows an Avocado Tree so as to not miss any avocado updates. I'm also on Instagram at Scott Grows an Avocado Tree. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree.